So I sometimes long for a different age. I was born in 1979, so depending on your perspective, I'm either very old or not even hitting my prime yet. But sometimes I long for the sense of days gone by, especially when it comes to our collective sense of rhythm and timing. It wasn't that long ago, within some of our lifetimes certainly, that everything shut down on the Sunday. And not just here, but nationally, right? And that's part of what made 7-Eleven and stores like it such a phenomenon. It's because they were the first place that was open 7 days a week. And it was a mind-blowing idea. And that was only in the 70s. And since then, things have only gotten faster. They're faster, it's quicker, it's more omnipresent, and for many of us, we are continually on. Some of us have jobs where work doesn't follow us home, but if it isn't work then, it's social media or articles or things you're supposed to do. And these little rectangles we carry in our pockets literally have more computational power than full-grown computers I had when I was in college, which wasn't that long ago. And it certainly makes us faster, but I am growing convinced that it doesn't actually make us better. And honestly, faster isn't necessarily better, and sometimes it's worse. It doesn't take that much mental horsepower to realize that the ways of this world is not the way of Jesus. The world asks and demands so much of us. It offers power and wealth and status and pride, and the ways of Jesus run against that, right? Jesus describes his way of living like this. In Matthew 11, he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon me, you, and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Right, and that serves as a reminder for what it is we're actually supposed to be and how we're supposed to live, and that begins with rest. And let's be honest, I'm thinking about this in part because with the encouragement of the AC, I applied for a clergy revitalization grant. It means that I'm going to be doing spiritual things, working with the spiritual director for 2 weeks. I'll be out in the wilderness, which is a restorative place for me. I'm gonna head and spend some time in some trees. I'm gonna spend time with some friends and alone and with my wife, all of which feels good. And it's a point and a reminder for what it is that we're supposed to do, right? The reminder for all of us is not that we make widgets or that we produce or that we hum or move along. The point of life is that we make much of Christ, and we begin that in a crucial way from a place of rest, not of work, not of producing, not of being around, not of being the perfect anything. The call for us, for you and I, as disciples of Jesus, and we're trying to live our lives modeled after him, is to be one that begins from a place of rest, of flourishing, of finding rest, delight, and joy. And then, and only then, do we move out. So I want to encourage you, with whatever you have this day, where can you find rest? And how can you begin and think of your day and your week as something that flows out of a sense of rest, instead of something that we sprint to the end of our day and collapse into bed? Because the way of Jesus is not the way of this world. Grace and peace, friends. Have a good week.